And one of the things that we found is Susan Warsor is our administrative assistant who has been taking care of the collection of this information, and we've been asking for the full house and the Medicaid only for January and July. And she says to me, Dottie, what is this BC1 category? We have 53 categories. That's not enough. We have a 54th category, BC1. Well, conversations with Bob Loftus at the state, who's in charge of this MDS situation, he tells me that it's a couple of things. There's somebody on your roster that they do not have in their system, or there's information on your submission that does not match up with what they have on their system. So it's really important that if you see a BC1 pop up, you find out why. Now, there's one situation that has come up just recently, and it is legitimate that you would end up with a BC1, is if you have a facility, and you have a patient who comes in, and they are only there for a few days, you cannot possibly have done an MDS. They will be on your roster, but you will not have done an MDS. You get a BC1. That's the only time that I would think, so far, knowing what I know, that a BC1 would be legitimate, and you would just accept it. Now, you say, so what's the big deal about a BC1? Well, the category it really equates to is a default rate, PA1. We know where those rates go, right? Those are the ones we don't want, or if they come in, okay, but you know they're not going to help your case mix. So it's really important that you find out what these BC1 issues are. Are they real, you have to live with them, or do you submit more information, contact somebody? And Bob Loftus at the state is the one that seems to know the most about these right now.
Yes, if you have any question on an MDS or an old PRI, you talk to Bob Loftus. He's the specialist there. And Bob's a great person to deal with. He's an honest person. He'll tell you right to your face what to do, what not to do, and you won't get an attitude from him. Bob Loftus is the main advisor.
One other point, we should make sure that the fiscal people, meaning us, the controllers and all that, are talking to the MDS coordinators in those. There's a lack of communication still. I think we need to talk to each other. I had a call last week. They compared the list from what the state had. They were missing 8 MDSs. When you're missing an MDS, whatever category you put it in, could it be an RV, whatever it is, they turn out to be a fiscal 8. It's a default. Now, how is it that that client didn't know? This is now November. How they didn't know there was 8 MDSs missing? I can't figure that out. I mean, with all the computer stuff we're using here, with all the systems we have, no one is checking to make sure that every single patient in that house on that look-back date, which has changed, but it hasn't, the date hasn't changed. They've given you more time. They said this time they're not giving us a second chance. January, they gave us a second chance. When they did July, I don't know if they're going to give this client a second chance. But it's because MDSs, quality care people, you need to be communicating with them. You have to look at this information together and make sure everybody has what they should have.